My beloved chosen child, you have crossed the final line. Welcome to the heavenly largest wealth decree ever spoken over a single chosen life in the history of eternity. Do not move. Do not touch another screen. Do not let another sound compete with what is about to enter your spirit. Because Lord Jesus himself, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the one who holds every deed, every title, every land grant, every mansion key in the entire universe in his nail-scarred hands. He is speaking right now, directly to you, over you, into the deepest chamber of your destiny. This is not a message that found you by chance. This is a divine summons. Heaven issued your name this morning in the courts of eternity, and the angels were dispatched to ensure that this exact moment, this breath, this stillness, this sacred intersection of your time and heaven's decree happened exactly as it was written before the foundation of the world. You are the chosen one, and the chosen one has been summoned today because the largest real estate transfer in heaven's history is being executed right now, and your name is on every single deed. Say that number in your spirit. Let it sit there. Let it detonate. Because that number is not an exaggeration. It is not hype. It is the precise valuation of the divine mansion and land that heaven's court has assigned to your name at this final decree moment. 26 trillion in divine real estate inheritance. The mansion, the land, the territory without borders, the dwelling prepared by Jesus himself in the courts of eternity, with your name on the door, with your bloodline written into the title deed, with the keys already forged in heaven's fire and waiting for the moment of final release. That moment is now. Lord Jesus is speaking, and he says, I have gone to prepare a place for you, and if I go to prepare a place for you, I will come back and take you to be with me that you also may be where I am. John 14:2-3. He prepared it. The 26 trillion divine mansion is already built, already furnished, already consecrated, already yours in the spirit, and at this final heaven decree moment, it is being transferred into every dimension of your existence. Now hear this instruction from the lips of the Lord himself. Do not go anywhere for the next 21 minutes. Not 1 minute. Not one distraction. Not one scroll, one notification, one interruption. Give the next 21 minutes to heaven, and heaven will give you everything that has been stored in your name since before you were born. Every minute you stay inside this decree, another layer of your 26.26 trillion inheritance unlocks. Every minute you remain, another acre of your divine land is transferred. Every minute you listen without distraction, the mansion that Jesus built with you in mind comes closer to full manifestation in your life. 21 minutes, that is all heaven asks. Can you give 21 minutes to the Lord who gave everything for you? Then stay, be still, and receive the largest real estate transfer in heaven's history, because it was always yours. And the chosen one has waited long enough. Before we go one breath further, smash that like button right now as your act of covenant agreement with this decree. Let heaven see your yes. Let the spiritual realm record your presence at this moment of final release, and subscribe. Ring every bell, because this channel is the open portal through which heaven's largest decrees reach the chosen ones who are ready to receive. Do not miss a single release. Subscribe now. Then come back, because Lord Jesus is not finished. He has only just begun to speak. Hear the voice of the Lord. Heaven remembers your name, not as ordinary, but as royalty in divine bloodline. You weren't created to chase greatness. You were born as its source. The scrolls of eternity have confirmed it. Your royal award has been proclaimed in heaven, and your divine wealth is now being released upon the earth. Every step you take carries the mark of a crowned heir. You are walking on sacred ground, a child of light draped in heavenly authority. Hold your head high, royal one. Your home, your wealth, and your destiny are no longer in waiting. They stand ready, open and radiant, because the world is yours. The light of 1111 signals your time. Heaven's wealth gate stands open. Your name is waiting to be engraved on gold, to mark your covenant of faith. Tap the secure scan or PayPal link in the description. Declare aloud with divine readiness, Heaven, as I write my name on gold, I am ready for my release. Be the first, be at the top, stand as high as your spirit can rise. For the ones whose names are first written, heaven releases first. This is not a question, it's a divine ultimatum. Hesitation is not an option. The universe demands your immediate claim. Act now, and witness the impossible become your reality. Not the voice of religion, not the voice of tradition, not the voice of people who told you that abundance was not for you, that luxury was not spiritual, that wanting a mansion and land was somehow too bold a prayer for a child of God. Hear the voice of Jesus himself, the carpenter who built galaxies before he built furniture, the king who owns every acre of every continent on every planet in every universe, speaking directly over the chosen one today. Do not let your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. My Father's house has many rooms. John 14:1, 2. Many rooms, not a small dwelling, not a modest corner of heaven's real estate. Many rooms. A Father's house so vast, so magnificent, so architecturally beyond anything the human mind has designed, that the word mansion barely captures the surface of what has been prepared, and it was prepared for you. Not for a category of people, not for the generally faithful or the broadly spiritual. For you, the specific, named, chosen individual that heaven summoned to this moment. Jesus looked at the full timeline of your life. Every struggle, every season of barely enough, every night spent in a dwelling that did not reflect the child of God you were, and he went to work, building, preparing, designing, furnishing, consecrating every room of your divine mansion with the full knowledge of who you are and what you deserve as a co-heir of the kingdom. Divine wealth is the worth of what he built, and no earthly real estate market sets this price. No human appraiser calculated this value. This is heaven's valuation, the worth assigned by the owner of everything to the property he prepared for his chosen child. And it is final. It is sealed. It is transferred at this decree moment into your name. Psalm 37:29 speaks the land dimension of this transfer. The righteous will inherit the land and dwell in it forever. Inherit the land forever. This is not a lease. This is not a rental. This is not a temporary arrangement until something better comes along. This is a permanent, eternal covenant inheritance of land. Divine wealth, worth of divine territory, transferred into the possession of the righteous one, the chosen one, you. Close your eyes for a moment in your spirit. See it. The entrance, grand beyond the grandeur of any palace ever built by human hands. The doors, not wood, not metal, but the substance of heaven's finest, swinging open as you approach because they recognize the one they were built for. The floors beneath your feet, resonating with the peace of a dwelling that has never known lack, never known fear, never known the cold draft of financial anxiety. Walk through the entrance. The rooms stretch further than your eyes can follow, each one prepared with a precision that only a creator who knows you completely could achieve. The room that carries the atmosphere of your deepest peace. The room that holds the creative potential of every gift heaven placed inside you. The room designed for your family, for your children, for the generations that will come after you and inherit what you inherit today. The room of provision so deep and so full that no version of not enough has ever and will never enter through its door. This mansion is not a metaphor. It is the physical and spiritual reality of a God who does not do small things for his chosen ones. It is the dwelling that Lord Jesus, with his own creative authority, spoke into existence for you. It is the divine wealth real estate of heaven assigned to your name at the final heaven decree moment. And the land that surrounds it, boundless, stretching in every direction beyond what your natural eyes could measure. Land that carries the blessing of Genesis. Land that produces without striving. Land that multiplies everything planted in it. Land that has been under divine management since the moment Jesus consecrated it for your inheritance. Waiting, producing, expanding, for the day the chosen one arrived to take possession. That day is today. Deuteronomy 11:24 carries the ancient decree that echoes into your present moment. Every place where you set your foot will be yours. Every place, every acre of your divine wealth, divine land inheritance, every room of your heaven-built mansion, every territory of abundance that the Lord assigned to your name, everywhere you set your foot, it is yours. Why divine wealth? This is not a random number. In the courts of heaven, nothing is random. Every figure, every measurement, every valuation is precise, calculated by the one who counts the hairs on your head, who knew the number of your days before one of them came to be. Divine wealth is the exact value heaven assigned to the total inheritance being released over your life at this final decree moment. It represents the mansion, the dwelling of luxury and peace that Jesus built. It represents the land, the boundless territory of abundance stretching in every direction. It represents the generational wealth, the inheritance that flows from you into your children's children, the financial legacy that makes your bloodline unrecognizable from this moment forward. It represents the favor, the connections, the open doors, the multiplied resources, the unexpected windfalls, the divine appointments that carry financial weight. All of it, totaled by heaven's accounting, valued at divine wealth. And it is being transferred, right now, into your name. Proverbs 13:22 lays the generational foundation. A good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children, but a sinner's wealth is stored up for the righteous. Stored up for the righteous. Do you understand what that means? The wealth that was accumulated by those who did not honor God, it was not lost. It was not absorbed into the universe. It was stored in heaven's treasury, under a label that reads, reserved for the righteous, reserved for the chosen one, reserved for the moment of final decree. That moment is this moment. The stored wealth, the divine wealth, the divine mansion and land, the largest real estate transfer in heaven's history. All of it, moving from the treasury of heaven into the possession of the one heaven always intended to have it. You understand the magnitude of what is happening right now. In all of eternity, in all the decrees ever spoken, in all the inheritances ever released, in all the wealth transfers ever recorded in heaven's eternal ledger, what is being executed over your life at this moment is the largest real estate transfer in heaven's history. Not one of the largest, the largest. The mansion prepared for you is not one room in a vast dwelling shared with many. It is a sovereign estate, designed uniquely, built specifically, consecrated personally for the one whose name it carries. Your estate, your mansion, your divine wealth of divine land and dwelling, the crown jewel of heaven's real estate, being transferred by the authority of Lord Jesus Christ himself into your permanent, eternal, irrevocable possession. This is not a modest transaction. Heaven does not do modest transactions for its chosen ones. Ephesians 3:20 is the standard by which this transfer is measured. Now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us. Immeasurably more. That is the scale. That is the unit of measurement heaven uses, not divine wealth by human calculation, immeasurably more than that. Because the moment heaven's valuation is translated into human currency, it has already been reduced from its true worth. The largest real estate transfer in heaven's history cannot be fully contained in any number. but divine wealth is the portion heaven is releasing into the earthly dimension of your life right now, the portion that will manifest as the luxury dwelling, as the land of abundance, as the financial territory that your children will inherit after you, as the physical, touchable, livable expression of a heavenly inheritance that is too vast for a single lifetime to fully exhaust. You will spend your lifetime walking into this, and it will still be expanding when you pass it to your children, and still expanding when they pass it to theirs. This is the largest transfer, and it has your name on every deed. Let the Lord speak again. Let his voice, the voice that called Lazarus from the tomb, the voice that stilled the storm, the voice that declared from the cross, "It is finished." Let that voice speak now into the specific rooms of your divine wealth mansion. I built the room of your peace, knowing every storm you survived. I built it with walls thick enough to hold the weight of everything you carried and still keep the quiet inside undisturbed. I built the room of your provision, knowing every moment you sat with not enough and still trusted. I filled it before you arrived, filled it past the ceiling, because I knew that when you finally walked through the door, I wanted you to see immediately. Here, in this place, lack has never lived and will never live. I built the room of your legacy knowing your bloodline needed a turning point. I built it large enough for every generation that comes after you, every child, every grandchild, every descendant who will live in the overflow of the inheritance you received at the final heaven decree moment. I built every room knowing you, and every room was built because I love you with an everlasting love, and I determined before the foundation of the world that you would not spend eternity or your life on earth in anything less than the fullness of what I prepared. This is the voice of Lord Jesus over your mansion. This is the declaration that accompanies the largest real estate transfer in heaven's history. This is the divine wealth inheritance decree spoken by the one who has the authority to speak it. John 15:16 carries the foundation of this transfer. You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you so that you might go and bear fruit, fruit that will last. Fruit that lasts. The mansion lasts. The land lasts. The divine wealth inheritance lasts. Past your lifetime, past your generation, past every season and every storm, because it was built by the one whose works are eternal. In the courts of heaven, there is a record. It is the most comprehensive, most authoritative, most permanent real estate registry in all of existence. Every property prepared for every chosen one is listed there, with the name of the intended heir, the full valuation of the estate, the date of the final decree, and the signature of the Lord Jesus Christ authorizing the transfer, and your page in that record. It is not blank. It has never been blank. From the moment you were known in heaven, from the moment your name was written in the Lamb's Book of Life, your real estate page was being filled. The mansion was being described. The land was being measured. The valuation was climbing. And today, at the final heaven decree moment, the last line was completed, and Lord Jesus signed his name across the bottom of your deed with the full authority of the one who owns everything. Divine wealth, divine mansion, boundless land, largest transfer in heaven's history, issued to you. Revelation 21:7 speaks this inheritance with the directness of heaven itself. Those who are victorious will inherit all this, and I will be their God, and they will be my children. Inherit all this. The victorious one, the one who endured, who pressed through, who crossed the final line, inherits all this, not some of this, not a measured portion proportional to their suffering. All this, the full inheritance, the complete mansion, the total land, the divine wealth real estate of heaven. And you are the victorious one. You are the one who crossed the line. You are the chosen one whose name is on the deed. You are the heir whose signature heaven has been waiting for. the signature of your receiving, your believing, your staying in this decree until the full transfer is complete. Sign it in your spirit right now. Say yes to the largest real estate transfer in heaven's history. Say yes to the divine wealth inheritance. Say yes to the divine mansion that Jesus built, knowing every detail of who you are. Yes, that is your signature, and heaven accepts it. Now stand on the land, in the spirit. Step outside the mansion and let your feet touch the ground of your divine wealth, divine land inheritance. Feel what it means to stand on territory that carries your name in heaven's record. Territory that has never been owned by lack. Territory that has never been cultivated by struggle. Territory that was prepared under divine management, enriched by heaven's resources, expanded by covenant blessing, waiting for the chosen one to arrive and take possession. This land is different from any land you have ever stood on. This land produces. Everything planted in it multiplies. Every seed of faith, every act of obedience, every prayer spoken over it, it returns a harvest so abundant that your storage cannot contain it. This is the land of Deuteronomy 8:7. For the Lord your God is bringing you into a good land, a land with brooks, streams, and deep springs gushing out into the valleys and hills. You are not waiting anymore. The wait is over, the gates are open, the transfer has begun. To seal your confirmation and secure your heavenly release, tap the secure scan or PayPal link in the description. Declare with bold confidence, "Yes, God, I activate my heavenly wealth code. I receive my release now." The impossible is already accomplished. The moment is live. If you are at the top or among the first, you are the chosen one, marked for unlimited favor. Gushing, not dripping, not flowing moderately. Gushing. The abundance on your land does not trickle. It erupts. It overflows. It runs into every valley of your life and fills every low place with the water of heaven's provision. And the dimensions of this land, Genesis 13:14-15, carries the ancient pattern that echoes into your inheritance. Lift up your eyes from where you are and look north and south, east and west. All the land that you see I will give to you and your offspring forever. Look in every direction. Everything you see, yours. North of your current position, yours. South of your current season, yours. East of every closed door from last year, yours. West of every disappointment that tried to define you, yours. Every direction, every territory, every dimension of the divine wealth, divine land inheritance, yours. By covenant, by decree, by the signed and sealed authority of Lord Jesus Christ, the greatest real estate agent in the history of eternity, who never shows a property he cannot transfer and never makes a promise he cannot fulfill. In the eternal record, where every divine transaction is logged with perfect precision, a new entry is being written right now. Date, this moment, this 11/11, this final heaven decree. Transaction, the largest real estate transfer in heaven's history. Property, divine mansion, divine wealth. Boundless land of covenant inheritance, generational wealth territory without end, transferred from heaven's reserved storehouse, where it has been held since before the foundation of the world, transferred to the chosen one, the one who crossed the final line, the one who gave 21 minutes to the Lord who gave everything for them, the one who stayed inside the decree until the full transfer was complete, authorized by Lord Jesus Christ, sealed, final, irrevocable. This entry cannot be reversed. This transfer cannot be recalled. This inheritance cannot be revoked by any power, any principality, any circumstance, any season of delay. Because what God transfers, He transfers permanently. What Jesus signs, He signs eternally. What heaven releases at the final decree moment, it releases completely. Romans 11:29 is the eternal guarantee. For God's gifts and His call are irrevocable. Irrevocable, that is the legal status of your divine wealth inheritance. It cannot be called back. It cannot expire. It cannot be contested in any court because the judge of all the earth is the same one who issued the transfer. The history of heaven has been made today, and your name is at the center of it. The door of your divine mansion is open, not cracked, not ajar, open, wide open, swung back by the hand of the Lord himself, inviting the chosen one, the heir, the one whose name is on the deed, to walk through, in your spirit, in the place where faith is more real than anything your natural eyes can see. Walk through the door of your divine wealth inheritance. Cross the threshold. Let your feet touch the floor of the dwelling that Jesus prepared knowing you. Let your eyes move across the rooms built for your peace, your provision, your legacy, your family. Let the atmosphere of a home that has never known lack settle into your bones. This is yours, not someday, not when you earn it, not when your circumstances catch up to your faith. Now, in the spirit, complete, total, fully transferred, and in the natural, arriving, manifesting, appearing in the physical dimensions of your life in a timing and a manner that only heaven could orchestrate. Isaiah 61 is the call over your life at this moment. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. Arise. This is not the season to stay in the posture of waiting. The inheritance has been transferred, the deed is signed, the door is open. Arise into it. Shine as the one who carries divine wealth and the glory of the largest real estate transfer in heaven's history in their spiritual DNA. The glory of the Lord is rising on you right now, and it is rising in the form of mansion keys and land deeds and the full, overflowing, boundary-breaking inheritance of a chosen one who finally stepped into everything that was always waiting with their name on it. Open your mouth. Let these words leave your lips as the covenant declaration of the heir who has received. I am the chosen one, and I receive the final heaven decree over my life right now. The divine mansion that Lord Jesus built for me is mine, in the spirit and manifesting in the natural. The divine wealth, divine land, and real estate inheritance is transferred into my name, sealed, permanent, irrevocable. The largest real estate transfer in heaven's history has my name on every deed. Generational poverty ends with me. Generational wealth begins with me. My children inherit overflow. Lord Jesus himself has spoken over my mansion, my land, my inheritance, and his word does not return empty. I am home. I am the heir. I have received. The decree is sealed, and I walk forward in the fullness of everything heaven prepared for me.